The first step to solving an absolute value inequality is to isolate the absolute value. So this means we're going to have to add 4a to both sides, as you see here. This cancels out. We end up with absolute value of 4a plus 6 equals 4a minus 10. Next step is to drop the absolute value bars and then solve the positive and negative cases. So here we're going to drop the absolute value bars. We have 4a plus 6 equals 4a minus 10. And the negative case we'll do in red. 4a plus 6 equals negative. Now since this whole quantity is negative, let's put it in parentheses. That way we won't forget to distribute the negative sign throughout. So now we have, notice we have 4a on both sides. Now when we subtract 4a from both sides, we're left with no variables. We only have 6 equals negative 10. This does not make sense, therefore it's no solution. Over on the right side, when we distribute our negative, we end up with negative 4a plus 10, and on the left side we have 4a plus 6. Let's add 4a to both sides. That gives us 8a plus 6 equals 10. Subtract 6, we get 4. 8a equals 4. Divide both sides by 8. And a equals 1/2. So we want to go with 3 as the answer, but we always have to do our check step. Let's go ahead and do a check step. And we always want to take our answer and plug it into the original equation. Let's go ahead and do that in green. So we have 4 times 1/2 plus 6 in absolute value bars. Minus 4 times 1/2 equals negative 10. 4 times 1/2 is 2, plus 6 is 8, and the absolute value of 8 is 8. 4 times 1/2 is 2, and 8 minus 2 is 6. Now does 6 equals negative 10? No, it does not. So therefore this answer is no solution. Now I'd like to show you how to solve this entire absolute value equation on a calculator using the intersection feature. So whenever you have an equality or an equation, you can simply graph the left side, graph the right side, find out where they intersect, and wherever they intersect is the solution to your variable, or the roots. So let's go ahead and graph absolute value of 4a plus 6 minus 4a. So we need to find absolute value, which is under math, number, ABS, abs for absolute value. And with my new fancy calculator, the TI-84 Plus, they give you the absolute value bars. And we're going to plug in 4x plus 6. Now we're done with the absolute value. Let's do minus 4x. And the left side is done. Let's press enter. And our other equation is negative 10. Simply type in negative 10. We'll graph. Here's our absolute value equation. Here's negative 10. As you can see, it looks like they never intersect. Let's confirm that with the intersect feature. So here's the first curve. Second curve, let's take a guess, and as you can see, it says error because there is no solution. So we've confirmed that this is our answer. Okay, this next one should be straightforward. As you can see, the absolute value is already isolated, so simply drop the absolute value bars and solve your positive and your negative cases. Keeping in mind that because it's an inequality, whenever you multiply or divide by a negative number, you have to reverse the inequality symbol. Also, when you set up your negative case, why don't I just do it for you? We have 6x minus 7 we have to reverse the inequality when we do the negative case. So here's less than or equal to, now we have greater than or equal to -5. Number 3, I've gotten you started here. As you can see, we have the positive case and the negative case, and I went ahead and showed that you have to reverse the inequality here as well when you do the negative case to get your -1. Number 4, same deal, just like number 3 and 2. Number 5, graph the inequality, -3 times absolute value of 6 minus x is less than -15 for x. Graph the solution on the line below. Now I've gone ahead and helped you out with this one because there's a couple of steps to isolate the absolute value. So we need to divide the entire thing by -3, divide by -3, and when you divide by -3, we are dividing an inequality by a negative number, which means we have to reverse the inequality. So it becomes less, goes from less than to greater than. So now we have the absolute value of 6 minus x is greater than 5. And then you set up your positive case, negative case. Positive case, we just simply drop the absolute value bars, everything else stays the same. Negative case, reverse the inequality and put your negative sign on the right side of the inequality. So go through as you normally do. Keep in mind that when you multiply or divide by a negative number, you have to reverse the sign of the inequality. So you're going to have to do that here and here because it is 6 minus x minus x. You're going to have to end up dividing by -1. Don't forget to reverse the inequality. Number 6 looks more difficult than it really is. The use of the grid is optional. If you use it, you only need to draw the x-axis since this inequality is in one variable, which is x. So this is the same as the previous examples. Just go ahead and solve it as you regularly do. And we'll stop here.